morning, everybody. Welcome. We are here in sunny Bowie.
We're at technically Davidson, Maryland. We're actually at the Renditions Golf Club.
And it's so beautiful outside.
It is, and it's a beautiful room. We've got lots of crowd here. Let's everybody hear you.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning.
Got a great group today for our sales meeting. Got some fun
Packed
guests,
house.
lots of fun stuff to talk about, and we're gonna have a great morning. What do you think?
Yeah, we are. I think it's great. Everybody's ready. Are you ready?
I'll get there.
You'll get there. I was born ready.
A little more coffee, right?
A little more coffee.
Well, we love to jump
morning.
into these sales meetings, first of all, by, I should probably use my clicker.
Use your clicker. With thanking our heroes, because these are the people that bring their listings to Cardinal, that make absolutely everything possible, because as you guys know, we're one big happy family, and the cycle of love keeps going. Cycle of love.
Cycle of love?
That's a new one.
What are you doing, like the Lion King Circle of Life bit?
Yes. Yes.
No.
I'm all loved up.
But
these people make everything possible for us, because every Cardinal title closing you guys do helps us pour back into the company and add more resources to impact your business.
You know, and we're going to talk about a little bit more about, unfortunately for September, the capture rates across the company, we're down a little bit. And you know, I don't want to harp on negative, but guys, we continue to enforce this for a reason. We do need all your support at Cardinal Title Group, and we're not really getting it at a great clip right now, if I'm being honest. And
we need you. We need your help.
We need that support more and more. I mean, we know transactions are down. We know it's tough out there, but the more that we can fight for Cardinal Title Group, the more we can continue to provide all this great training and all this great stuff that we're going to continue to pour into, because we want to help everybody in the best way possible through this slower time in the market and the adjustments with all the things going on. But we need that support of Cardinal Title Group, and we have a fantastic staff. And Bruce is going to be up here in a little bit and introduce a new family member to Cardinal Title Group that everybody's going to get to know and love. But we just do continue to need that support. So we want to continue to thank the people that have supported us, and we start here with the people that they were able to get their listings to bring their whole contract to closing, which means on the leverage side, they say, look, please use Cardinal. A lot of times those buyers will do it. They don't have a strong opinion. They want to win the deal. But we got to ask to make that happen.
Right. Make the ask.
So I'm going to start with my man Adam Shively, killing it down there in West Virginia. Ahmad Malikzai, Ali Dejanata, Amy Minenberg, Andy Shannon, Anne-Marie Stevens. As a reminder, if you are here, please give us a woo-woo if we forget. Annette Greco, Anthony Santos-Steven, Arslan Jamil 2 times, Ashley Kopecki, new family member out in Lake Ridge, Caitlin and Steve Ellis, and Carlos Creedle.
Uncle Casey Sampson 3 times.
Great
Thank
job,
you, Uncle Casey. Christina Pearson, David Luckenbaugh, our wonderful and soon-to-be new broker in Florida.
Oh,
you
wow.
heard it here first. I went
out
there.
with it.
Deb Gorham.
I tried to cut you off.
You did. Debbie Sheehan. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Y'all can't shut me off. Haven't you learned that by now? Debbie Sheehan, Deborah Gaynard, Dilyara Dominova 2 times, Elizabeth Klein, Fred Machini, Gary Harvey, Gustavo Cruz, and Harmon Singh. Thank you guys very, very much.
Haiti Haylett, Imam Raymond, Jackson Shoemaker, Jacqueline Abrams, Jay Rousey, Jennifer Barner, Jennifer Bridges, Jessica Vasquez, Johnny G, Johnny Grazica, George Jorge Pimentel, Jose Ruiz, and Joy Haskins.
Julie Holtkamp, Kara Burnett, Kathy Rainey, Kelly Adrea, Kenny Zien, Carrie Ralston 2 times. Thank you, Carrie. Kevin Brandes, Karen Kumar, Christy Edwards, Lana Schinnerer, Laura and Larry Bean.
I'm good.
I was waiting for you.
Woo!
And Lauren Whitehead. Thank you.
Madonna Cartier, Margaret Urich, Maria Georgiev, Marian Almeida Kumar, Michelle Gibson, Michelina Curie, Natalie Kripp McCarter, Peter Frias, Preeti Joshi, Rakesh Kumar, Ricardo Calderon, and our Stafford broker manager, Mr. Rich DeGori. Rob
Johnston, Robert Blitzer, Bob Loetham, Roxanne Southern 4 times. Nice job,
there you go,
guys.
Roxanne.
Ruth Saar, Sam Hardman, our Gainesville broker, Sergio Herrera, and Sloan Weeson, Stephanie Johnson, Steve LaFave, our wonderful Virginia signing broker, Suzanne Eways, and Sybil Buckwalter.
Theodora Barkers, Todd Kolash, Tonga Turner, Trisha Filbert.
Woo woo! Tonga, where's your woo woo?
Oh, there you go, Tonga. I was like, you're woo-woo and Trisha, but I was like, Trisha's not here, but Tonga is.
I just didn't know where she was sitting.
Tonga's been a guest of ours here
Yeah,
a little bit.
she's our guest speaker today.
Trisha Filbert 2 times. Thank you, Trisha. Troy Spinogle 2 times. I can't read that far. Vikas Chaudhry, Will Kilker, and Zandra Jameson. So thank you to all of our great age. What?
We gave you an iPad for a reason.
I know, but I could read the screen. I'm not quite as old as you. So thank you to all of our great
Not nice.
people that were able to bring their listings to Cardinal Title Group. We also welcome new family members once a month here at our sales meeting. And this month we were blessed through a lot of your guys' great referrals. But it's not even just your referrals, because you'll see some of these have referral names next to them. But the bigger thing with me, guys, is just the way you all are conducting business every day. You're out there doing a great job, giving Samson a great name, and that continues every day to have other other recruits come to me and say, I noticed this person did a great job. I was on the other side of a transaction with this person. So the way you all are doing just a fantastic professional job out in the marketplace is affecting everybody's opinion of Samson every day and encouraging these people to continue to come to Samson. So thank you so much for that. We are welcoming 84 new Samson family members since the last sales meeting, which is a great number. So we're going to dive into this list here. Aaron Shawley from Dandridge Realty Group.
And don't forget, their office is on the right side of the screen. So if you're in their office and you see them, make sure you stop and say hello. Be a buddy.
There you go. Adam Shawley from Dandridge Realty Group out in Charlestown. Adam Greenberg and Anna Stanciu are both new agents. I think Anna Stanciu is on here twice.
Yeah, it looks like.
Angel Hunter from eXp Realty. Ariel Meyer from KW Metro Center. Beverly Baker from Fairfax Realty. Jolyn Jiang is a new agent. Brenda Fuster from Coldwell Banker. And Brendan Blood from Inactive to Active.
So we want to announce, and if you had seen an update coming up, or a previous update that Donnie had done, he had announced that the Carolyn Young team joined our company. So you will start seeing several names over from the Carolyn Young team, because she has a great group of professionals that operate in Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. And they are just a rock star production team that does about 500 units a year. So we are super excited to have them join us, but you will see Carolyn Young and her group start to come over in the next couple of weeks. So she is with us. We're super excited to have her with her base in Leesburg. Shanika Braxton at DC Noma was a new agent. Chelsea Awasu from Compass Realty. Daniela Barbosa from Century 21. Deborah Longo from Fathern Realty. Delana Fowler from Remax Gateway. Dennis Velasquez Bonilla is a new agent. Donna Gentile from Long & Foster. Donta Butler from Century 21 New Millennium, and Edwin Nolusco from Douglas Realty. Welcome, everybody.
Elizabeth Stang from Remax Gateway. Emmanuel Faseo is an active to active. Gage Cole from Remax Gateway. Gianna Rivera Cabeza is a new agent. Greta Milton Terrazas from eXp. Hannah Haley is a new agent. And then all from Remax Gateway. Hans Scheck, who is the broker of their team and also married to Carolyn. Heather Stouffer and Helena May Wilson, all from Remax Gateway. Ernest Sanchez from Solutions Realty.
Ishvani Saini is a new agent, along with Jaden Bynum and James Cole. Jamaica Collins from Atlantic International. Jana Mintz from Realty One. Jennifer Boyce back to us from Long & Foster. Jessica Ryan from Remax Gateway. John Vannersdale from Birch Real Estate. Catherine Omelwa from Bennett Realty Solutions, and Keith Tyson is a new agent. Welcome, everybody.
Kenneth Bossard from Realty Connect. Laura Grande from First Decision Realty. Leanne Benton from Remax Gateway. Lenning Rivera from Berkshire Hathaway, also coming back to us. Leslie Roberts is a new agent. Lillian Varvac from United Real Estate Premier. Lisa Bergman from Remax Gateway. Lisa McClinton from Century 21 Braddock. Maddie Fortin from Remax Gateway. And Marcus White from Century 21 New Millennium.
Maggie Bear from KW Metro Center. Maribel Duarte from Remax Gateway, along with Melissa Donnelly. Michael Rutledge is a new agent. Mona Botwick from Remax Gateway. Manaj Rathi is a new agent. Namua Otugan Batar. Oh, I slaughtered that. I'm so sorry. From EXP. Nathan Light from Berkshire Hathaway. Nicole Wiggins is a new agent, along with Pamela Brunson.
Pamela Gaines from Village Premier Collection. Patricia Conwer from Inactive to Active. Patricia Nicole Caldwell is a new agent. Peggy Lowe from United Real Estate Premier. Is that one of yours, Lynn? You know her? I thought. United Real Estate Fredericksburg is.
Where's your woot, Lynn? There you go.
Priscilla Ramirez and Reese Wilmoth are both new agents, and Reina Rivas, all new agents. Richard Music, or Tolson, he goes by Tolson. Tolson Music back to us from Real Broker in Richmond. Ricky Lee from Keller Williams Preferred, and Roshan Belbase is a new agent.
We have Ruth Jacobson from Remax Gateway, Shayasta Mirawat from Metro Referrals, Tamara Tullock from Remax Gateway, Isan Uriel from Inactive to Active, Tierra Love is a new agent along with Tony Fantozzi. We have Tori Trainham from EXP, Tracy Jewell from Next Home Realty, Tracy Lynn Patter from Remax Gateway, Tyler Birchie from Olympia Gold Investment. Welcome, guys.
Olympia Global Investment, but that's okay.
What did I say? I said gold. I like that name better.
Okay.
I'll just rename
We'll
them.
tell them to rename it. Bill Fowler from Remax Gateway, Will Rogers from EXP, Sally May from new agent as a new agent, and Yuran Kaminsky from Monument Sotheby's.
Welcome, everybody.
So welcome,
welcome.
members.
Yes.
We also love to acknowledge our top performers in all of our different jurisdictions.
Yes.
You know, who crushed it in September, and we know a lot of realtors did, but we like to recognize those top fives in all of our different regions. So we're going to start with
individuals
Virginia.
in
you
Virginia.
Like to go
I do. I like to go transactions.
You jumped in quick there
I
because you don't like
did.
to do volume.
It's so many words. Okay. So welcome and welcome. Oh, good luck. Welcome to all the new people. Congratulations to our top performers in Virginia by transaction count. Aaron Probasco and Dilyara Dominova tied with 7. Maribel Reyes and Claudia Cornejo and Marcia Payne tied with 5. Congratulations, you guys. Great job.
Our top 5 individuals in volume for the month of September. Aaron Probasco, $8.5 million. Great job, Aaron.
Nice job.
Jay Rousey, just under $4 million. Lynn McCabe, just under $3.6 million. Mona Botwick, $3.4 million. And Jennifer Fang, just under $3.4 million.
So in Virginia, when we look at teams, our top performers by teams, Shepherd Homes Group with 25 homes.
That's a few homes.
That is a few. Almost one a day, guys. The Monumental team at 12.5. The Jamil Brothers Realty Group with 11. Uncle Casey Sampson with 8. And Perfect Choice Real Estate with 6. Congratulations.
Net volume, Shepherd Homes Group just under $14.8 million. Jamil Brothers just under $8 million. Great job. Casey Sampson team just over $7 million. Monumental team over $4 million. And Kratz and Kolash.
Look at our leaders on the leaderboard.
They're broker managers for our Tyson's and Vienna offices with just over $2.8 million for the month.
And top performers by Maryland and D.C. individual. We have Lenning Riviera at 8, Venkat Guram, Tonga Turner tied with 7.
Tonga, whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. You got to whoop, whoop yourself, Tonga. Prudis Wafo with 5, and a 4-way tie with 4. Rex Thomas, Raynard Martin, Jeanette Secchi, and Khalid Akbari. Congratulations, you guys, on a great month.
And our top 5 individuals in volume for the month. Venkat Guram, just over $4.1 million. Gary Floyd, $3.7 million. Rex Thomas, just under $3.7 million. Ernesto Sordo,
Look at you, Ernesto.
our Delaware principal broker, $3.3 million. And Prudence Wafo, just under $1.6 million.
And when we look at our teams in Maryland, we have the One Street Company with 21.5, the Easy Way with 10, Wealth Builders Group with 5, and a 3-way tie with 3, the Westerland Group, the One Group, and Team Harper. Team Harper.
Whoop, whoop, Carl, come on.
I need a whoop, whoop, Carl. There you go. Congratulations, you guys.
Our top 5 teams in volume for the month. The One Street Company, $13.6 million. The Easy Way, $5 million. Wealth Builders Group, $2.5 million. Westerland Group, just under $2.5 million. The One Group, $1.2 million. So great job to our top teams in Maryland, D.C.
All right, West Virginia. You're coming in with Jolene Haymaker with 14.
Miss Jolene.
Nice job. The A team with 10. Adam Shively with 8. Home Sweet Home team with 6. And then Kara Burnett and Monica Foster both tied with 5. Congratulations, you guys.
Great job to our top performers in West Virginia. Top volumes in West Virginia. Miss Jolene,
nice job.
$4.9 million. Adam Shively, just under $4 million. The A team, $2.9 million. Kara Burnett, just over $1.5 million. And the Home Sweet Home team, $1.4 million. Great job to all of those teams.
So now we're combining all of our regions together, and by transaction count, 4 individuals
for the
whole company. Miss Jolene Haymaker with 14. Congratulations. Adam Shively and Lenning Rivera with 8. And tied with 7, Aaron Probasco, Venkat Guram, Dilyara Dominova, and Tonga Turner. Congratulations.
Great job. And then those top individuals in volume. Aaron Probasco, $8.5 million. Jolene, just under $4.9 million. Great job, Jolene Haymaker. Venkat Guram, $4.1 million. Jay Rousey, just under $4 million. And Adam Shively, just under $4 million, right below him. I didn't switch the slide. There you go. So our top 5 individuals in volume for the month.
Awesome job. And if you look at our top teams overall, company-wide, the Shepherd Homes Group with 25, the One Street Company with 21.5, the Monumental team with 12.5, Jamil Brothers at 11, and the Easy Way and the A-Team tied with 10. Congratulations, guys, on a great month.
Top teams in volume: Shepherd Group, Homes Group, with Jason Shepherd at $14.7 million. The One Street Company, $13.6. Jamil Brothers, just under 8. Casey Samson team, just over 7. And the Easy Way, just over $5 million. So congratulations to our top individuals and teams all over our footprint.
Awesome job, you guys.
Just to remind everybody, I know that it can seem like a lot of the top people always stay for those months. It's a bigger total, but every week in the weekend update, I do give out those top weekly award winners. We post those on social because, we want to recognize everybody and have that good week. They get 2 or 3, 4 closings, and, we want to give everybody a chance to get recognized across our footprint.
And I'm not saying sandbag your closings for a name on the leaderboard, but you might sandbag your closings.
Just try to put them on one week.
You might want to sandbag your closings if you want your name on the leaderboard.
Apparently Mormon's trying to do that.
No, I'm just saying if you want to take it. But I do recommend you guys watch that, take it, put it on your own social media. Let your people in your sphere recognize you and be excited. And it's another subtle hint that, hey, don't forget I'm in real estate and I'm active. So put that up on your social media.
So some exciting things going on around Samson. We will be up near here, I guess, again tomorrow. Not quite close, but close to here. We'll be at GBBR. So if you're around the Baltimore area or belong to GBBR, we're going to have a great booth set up. We'll be up here all day hanging out. We'd love for come by and see us. I know Cheryl and Chuck Youngbar are both teaching some CE classes there that day, and they're very involved in GBBR in the association. But it's a great place to see and be seen and get to meet a lot of people in the Baltimore region. So we're excited to be up here at GBBR tomorrow. So we'll be there all day.
Just a great day of networking and learning.
Yes, and last week we were at
NVAR.
NVAR, and we had a great time there. If you were in Northern Virginia, you'd stop by.
It was slightly embarrassing. It was slightly embarrassing. Because
why was it embarrassing, Sarah?
I'll tell you why it was embarrassing. Because they did these raffle prizes. So like every hour on the hour, they called out 5 raffle prizes. They gave away baskets, wine, air fryers, TVs, AirPods. Like they gave away all the things. How many times do you think Samson's name was called out? Because we were half of the people that had literally registered at
crazy.
Our Samson agents came out in force. So thank you guys for coming and supporting.
I'm telling you, they gave out 20 prizes. I think we won 9 or 10 of them.
It
was crazy. Every time the Samson properties over the loudspeaker.
It was great. And then at one point I just kept yelling, whoop! And then I'd text people, hey, are you here? You want an air fryer? Like it was a crazy day. It was a great day. Lots of great classes, lots of great networking. So if you're in the area and you can stop by and see this guy tomorrow at GBBR.
You're not going to be there?
I am building
You
tomorrow.
go back and do some work. I'll network.
One of us has to work.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, and then for our Super Sales Meeting for Alexandria, for next month in November, we're going to be at the Alexandria office. Beautiful room there. So November 15th, everybody can circle that on their calendars. Either come down in person and be with us there, or obviously you can watch it on the Nest like a lot of you guys are watching right now.
Yes.
So our Super Sales Meeting will be Alexandria.
We have a top producer takeover event that we are doing on November 10th. So this is just a little save the date for your calendar. We're going to go to the Waterford Event Center in Springfield, and all day long we're going to do panels. We have some great classes on AI and dynamic growth panels. We've got a CEO panel wrapping it up so that the leaders of several different companies, not just Donny, but multiple CEOs from multiple different brokerage firms, coming in to kind of lead through this market, talk about what's important to them, talk about where they see the market going, and how they expect the market to be in the coming days. So mark your calendar for that, and we'll send out information as soon as we have signups ready.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We've got leaders from Century 21 and Pearson and Arla and EXP and
next
all
one.
Over. We've got a bunch
next
of,
panel.
Yep,
here we go. We've got, there's part of our
this
panel
is like,
right now.
we've got 15 people total, but this is a few people already.
That's a few people, yep.
Eric and Dustin Fox and Carolyn Young and Jason and Casey and leaders from other Arla and Century 21 and a bunch of Carrie Scholl.
Carrie Scholl
we got a good group of a lot of people that are going to be on stage.
And the key is it's not just our people are great and we love our people, but we want to hear from other people as well, and we want to hear what other companies are doing to see where they see the market going. Donny and I are not oblivious to the fact that other people do things a little differently than we do, and they may have a great idea that we can copy.
Right. So it's going to be a great event. We have not opened up registration yet. If you can't come in person, we are going to video it all.
Yeah, and you can watch it later on Samson University.
We'll put it out for distribution later on Samson University. So it's an event hosted by us, but it's for the whole region and realtors all over. So we're excited about that event coming up on November 10th. We've had a great time with HQDUs.
We have. So we were in NOMA. You can see the pictures there on the screen where we were in DC NOMA where we taught classes. The next one, we did a little happy birthday in White Marsh to this guy because he got older. He had a day of...
Still never going to catch up to you, Sarah.
I'm 29. I don't know what you're talking about, friend. And then Super Fun in Stafford was our last one where we did it down there. Guys, if you don't know what an HQ2U is, it is where we bring all of our corporate staff, our trainers. We do social media. We do coaching. We do how to use the print center and do geofarming and to take the postcards and incorporate it into your business. We do all kinds of different classes that are designed to help you take actionable nuggets, leave there, and immediately impact your business. So you can look on the screen for our next ones.
So we're going to be in Alexandria next week.
Yep.
In November, we're going to do Silver Spring and Fredericksburg. Then we have our sales meeting the 15th. Then we're going to take a break for Thanksgiving, kind of the end of the month. There is going to be December 6th was supposed to be Columbia. We are going to put that somewhere in Maryland, so heads up on where that is.
We'll
so
announce
December
that
6th
as soon
will
as
be
we have
renewed.
one.
For those that didn't see the emails, we did move out of the Columbia office. We were unhappy with the conditions, the way they were treating us, the safety of our staff. There was some break-ins, some security issues, just a lot of things that we just were feeling like enough was enough. So we have moved out of Columbia. We sent that email out. They've got some great temporary space for agents to work. Cardinals moved there. Got a great conference room for closings in Columbia.
Yes. Unfortunately, we don't have any after-hours access to this space. So if you do need after-hours access,
plan on a different office.
Plan on an office. All of our offices are about 10 to 25 minutes, depending on which way you go, away from Columbia. So just disperse to another office. Don't forget all of the instructions for being able to access those offices after hours are on the Cardinal Nest. Resources, office locations on the Cardinal Nest, and it's all of the codes and things to get in.
So we'll look for a permanent home here that we'll get settled in here in the next few months for Columbia. So we aren't leaving the area. We just need to find a new home that's taking better care of us and better condition for everybody. But we are going to move that HQ to you, so be on the heads up for that. So in Maryland, D.C., we're going to have Silver Spring. Alexandria we can still get to, but Silver Spring on the 1st, and then we'll have one the first week of December somewhere in Maryland.
And those are fun because we do those. They're tech tools. Donnie and I do an Ask Us Anything. So this is your opportunity that if you've ever wanted to know anything about us, the company, our plans. I mean, we've had some really bizarre questions that are really great.
It's fun.
That make us think. But
ask us anything. You never know what you're going to get, you know?
And the first rule of public speaking is never ask a question where you don't know the answer. But we're gluttons. We're bring all the questions. So we do that Ask Us Anything for lunchtime so that you guys can eat. We can spend time with you, see you, talk to you, get to know you a little bit better, and we absolutely love that. So we look forward to seeing you at the next one.
So look for those more coming up here in the near future. Just a couple of reminders, then we're going to jump into some of our guests. We've got Samson Now as our in-house commission company. You can always request advances in SkySlope with that. We've got our recruiting rewards program. Remember, you can make $500, $2,500, $5,000, or $10,000 for recruiting people over to Samson. The best way to do that.
Go ahead. Best way to do that.
The best way to do the recruiting rewards and to cash in on that is to invite people to a lunch and learn, or you can introduce them to an email with me if they don't want to come to a lunch and learn. But today we're going to be at Renditions Golf Course right here. So we're going to clear out the sales meeting, bringing people for a nice lunch and learn here today. So if you're out here watching now, come see us at 12:30 today.
Put on your pants and come eat lunch with us and bring a real estate friend.
Hopefully you're home wearing pants. But next week we'll be at Ruth Chris Steakhouse and Tyson's. In November we're going to be at Maggiano's in Chevy Chase. And November 8th we'll be at Fredericksburg Country Club. And then November 15th we're going to be at Old Hickory Golf Club in Lake Ridge.
You are so squinty.
I'm squinty? I need to probably separate.
Would you like my glasses?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not squinty.
He's a little squinty.
November 15th, we're going to be at Old Hickory. You know, I actually have a correction from earlier. I think we're not at the sales meeting in Alexandria in November. We're at Lake Ridge. We're at Old Hickory Golf Club, right? Yes.
Oh.
So earlier I said, because I saw Old Hickory, it triggered me.
It did not
trigger
me.
We said Super Sales Meeting November 15th in Alexandria. The room was actually taken. I believe we're going to be at Old Hickory Golf Club in Lake Ridge for our sales meeting. So we're going to do our sales meeting in Lake Ridge. And we're going to do a lunch and learn that day, November 15th.
Well-oiled machine up
there
here,
you go. You know, sometimes I forget stuff.
One of the things I do want to say about our recruiting rewards, guys, we love to incentivize you, but we need it to also be fair. So please don't not fill out the form, not send somebody to the lunch and learn, and not make an introduction to Donnie. Find out your friend has joined the company, and then after you find out they've joined, like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 later, try to slide a form in. It is getting out of control how many people are trying to claim people. So we do need you to look at the rules on the Cardinal Nest under recruiting rewards. It's a nice big blue button. Invite them to a lunch and learn, make an introduction to Donnie, or fill out a form for them to call. There's one of 3 ways. It all needs to be done before they joined, not after they joined. We are starting to cut all of those off and say no, and we don't want to say no, so we just need you to do it the right way, please.
All right, so now we're
Trivia.
We're going to do some trivia, give out some prizes, then we're going to bring up our friends from Cardinal Title Group after that.
It is getting warm.
Oh, I like that.
It is getting warm outside.
Can that be mine?
No.
Oh.
It's getting warm out, or getting
Chris,
cold
do you have
outside.
one for me?
We'll order you one. Donnie, we'll order you one. It is getting cold outside, and I just want to point out to you guys, so it is like halfway through October already. So for anybody's counting, we have
Oh my gosh, here we go.
we have a month of November, half of October, and then we have like a little bit more than half of December, and it's Christmas!
I knew that was coming. This one starts counting down Christmas like 100 days out.
So you need to start planning.
So
My mother put up her Christmas tree this weekend.
She did it.
I'm not lying. I'll show you a picture.
That is absurd.
She texted it to me. I said, way to go on your restraint, Mom. It's not even October yet.
Stone Ridge did light up their lights. Actually,
Well,
for the
I'm
Christmas
just
lights on the
saying,
thing.
I get it honest from my mama. So
It's more than 2 months out. She put up her Christmas tree?
I still have my Halloween tree up.
At some point, why do you even take it down?
Well, I don't. That's why I decorate it for every season. It's
All right.
Halloween. It's got witches' feet.
So our first trivia question,
Yes.
guys, is going to be a text in. All right,
Text.
so if
You
you're
too will
online
win a
watching
beanie.
right now or in person, you have to text in the phone number. The second question will be for our in-house people. First question is a text. Text your answer to that phone number there. What's the date of the Top Producer Takeover event?
And don't forget your text also has
You
to
gotta
include
say your
your
name.
name.
Who are
so
you?
we know who you are.
Austin, you can't win. I saw Austin.
He pulled out his phone. That's awesome. All right. So, Chris, do
All
we
right,
have
well, No, I'm going to go to the second question
Oh.
now while she's waiting for those.
Hold.
Oh, we got one? No.
No.
Good try.
Good try, but it's not the 18th.
November 10th.
November
Who said
10th.
it?
Teresa
Teresa
Schaefer, you have a
Schaefer.
beanie.
You got a beanie. November 10th
Yes.
is the correct answer. So we will get that for Teresa.
Yes.
All right, now our in-person. Now we're going to go hands. If we all yell out,
hands only.
we'll get awkward. So hand up first. The question is, where in the world will Donnie be tomorrow?
Oh.
Oh, right here. I saw first.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes. You win a beanie.
GBBR, baby. We'll
Here
be at
you
the
go.
expo
There you
tomorrow
go.
in Martins West. So, Bruce, I'm going to hold you 1 second here because I'm going to go over these first. But so these are our next thing we're going to go over here before we bring up Bruce to talk all things Cardinal is I want to show these capture rate reports. They weren't as pretty as I would like them to be, guys. Can you go full screen on that for me, Zach? So you can see that August was 42.6%. So this is just measuring our buy sides. We know on list sides we hopefully get some. But we were 42.6% in August, and I think July was like 43 something. And we fell all the way to 38.3. So it's not ideal. So you can see why at the beginning I was like, guys, it's not as good as we would like it. 4 and 5% difference in a company our size, that's a lot of closings. It's a lot of income that, we'd love to get a Cardinal Title Group to help support everybody. So you can see where this line is and how it's sunk 5 percentage points. You can't see all the offices there. We'll do a quick spin through these. So these are our smaller offices, and it's not smaller as anything other than just the agents that belong to those offices.
It's transaction count and number of agents.
So Montclair, the red was what they did in September.
Montclair.
The blue is your average. So
I just want to point out, Montclair.
that was 100%. I don't know that that's on a lot.
You kicked ass, Montclair.
It might have been 3 for 3,
Yes,
though.
that's
Let's settle
awesome.
down. But the smaller offices have less to go off of, so there could be some more variance. But blue is your average. Red was September. So Fairfax did a great job. Silver Spring and Stafford, good months out of those, and Vienna as well. Some of those other ones not quite as good. Our medium offices here, you can see where that line with the average is. Now, obviously, we'd like the line to be 5 points higher, but Gainesville and Leesburg, great job on capture rate there. Reston was good. Arlington was good. We had a couple that weren't quite as good as normal. Waldorf was much better than their average. Typically, the blue line's here, and red, you had a lot better September, which was great. And then our larger offices, these are a lot more transactions that go into this. Tyson's did a good job. Lake Ridge, good strong one. Chantilly kind of becomes the line sometimes. We were a little bit low, which hurts everything. Or not Chantilly, but the headquarters were a little bit low. I only say that because Chantilly has the most amount of agents obviously associated with it. Bowie had a better September than normal, but a little bit lower there. And then Alexandria had a better month than normal as well, so red. So some good stuff, some not so good stuff. Then a couple of our new offices, a little bit less agent count. DC Farragut was there, Bethesda was there. Then actually Charlestown did great. They've been up at that. They've averaged over 60%. They were just under 50% for last month, so another good job there. But, I don't mean to harp on numbers, and I'm not, but I kind of do in the sense that we're doing a lot better job of tracking this stuff. We're going to continue to reach out to everybody to help encourage them. And if there's a reason you're not using Cardinal Title Group, please tell your local manager. Reach out to Bruce. Reach out to the Cardinal staff. We can't know that something's not working right unless you let us know. And if you tried Cardinal 4 or 5 years ago, and you're like, well, I messed up a deal 5 years ago. Look, we were a growing title company. In Virginia, 6, 7 years ago, 5 years ago, is when we kind of crossed that threshold. In Maryland, we turned a big corner once we got Bruce Stern. And how long have you been here, Bruce? 4.5 years? 4.5 years ago. So before that, I agree, we struggled a little bit at times in Maryland, D.C. as a title company. But bringing Bruce on board 4.5 years ago really changed our dynamic here. We've been a much, much better title company all over Maryland, D.C. the last 4.5 years with Bruce. So I'd encourage you to give us another try, and I think we'll do a great job. You're gonna kind of hear probably more from some of our Cardinal staff. We're really working on that business development side of our business there. I know Reed has pivoted his role out to business development and really trying to work on those relationships with our realtors and growing this capture rate across our footprint. So you're going to hear more about that in the coming months, but it's because we need that capture rate up, the 40, 45, 50%, and we're going to continue to thrive as a company if we can get that stuff. So
well, and I'm going to take it one step further. Please do it if we've made any impact in your business whatsoever. And whether it's the fact that you now get 100%, you didn't get it, or you've used one of our staff members and they've helped your business or grown your business. If you've
been at one of Lynn's great classes and learned from those, if you've done any of these things.
Our tech stacks, if you've used anything that we do with your business, the only way we can pay for that and continue to pay for it and continue to give you these great things is because we use Cardinal. And if we don't use Cardinal, then that drastically impacts the value and resources that we can provide to each and every agent. So I ask you, from me to you, if you have not used Cardinal, would you please, please, please give us a try?
There you go. All right, so without further ado, we're going to bring up our fearless leader to our managing attorney for Maryland, D.C., Mr. Bruce Stern, and he's got a new guest with us as well. How you doing, Bruce?
Great, fantastic. Good morning, everybody. So I've got to go pretty quickly today because they gave me 5 minutes. So I've got 5 important things to talk to you about today. Number 1, I'd like you all to meet Scott Sorrell. Scott is a new attorney who just joined Cardinal Title, and Scott's going to be based out of the Bowie office, and we're thrilled to have him. We stole Scott from another title company in Baltimore.
I like
it. And
so
we're happy about that. And he's doing a great job. If you're in the Bowie office, please stop by, introduce yourself to Scott. He'll be reaching out to a lot of you. And again, we're absolutely thrilled to have him here with us.
Awesome. Welcome, Scott.
All right, second thing I'd like to talk to you
You're not going to make the new guy do all the talking. No, I'm just kidding. You can come.
Next meeting.
It would have been a great trick if we pulled him up here. He said he wasn't going to talk. Be like, all right, Scott, you got the next trips. Go ahead. Go ahead, Bruce.
Yeah, we were trying to make his job easy, right? Second thing I want to talk to you about today is fraud and a fraud alert. We are seeing a huge, huge issue with land sale fraud. Okay, and that's when someone's trying to either buy or sell vacant land. Okay. It's been a big issue. We've seen a number of contracts within the last month. We saw this a little earlier in Virginia, and now it's made its way up to Maryland. And basically what's happening is people who do not own the property are trying to sell it. And I'll give you an example. The other day, about a week ago, I received a contract from one of our processors who said he had never seen anything like this before, wanted me to take a look at it. It was a flip transaction on raw land in Potomac, Maryland. And basically, someone was buying the property from the current owner for $83,000 and then flipping it for $250,000. The thing that caught my eye, though, was that this was 2 acres of land in Potomac, Maryland. And typically, this land would sell for between $500,000 and $750,000. So I was a little concerned about that. So I dug a little deeper. I looked, went online, did some searching, found out the owner was an 83-year-old woman who lived in Virginia. There was no mortgage on the property. I took a look at the contract. The owner of the property had not signed the contract. It was someone else. I looked at there was an intermediary company based out of California that was buying the property. It was based in Newport Beach, California. They said they were on the 9th floor of this nice building in Newport Beach, so I did a little Zoom search of it, did some Google searches, and found the building. It was a 3-story office building. On the first floor of that office building was a mailbox, etc. So I knew they were using a mailbox as their primary address. I looked up the company with the California Secretary of State, non-existent. So complete fraud. So be very wary whether you're representing someone who's buying real estate, that's land, or selling land. Okay, be especially careful if the owner is not in the state or present. A lot of the stories on some of these transactions, the owner's out of state or moving out of state.
There's not one of these. I've heard a dozen stories, guys. This is real. Like, and I'm sure Bruce just telling one good story here, or not good story, but one scary story. But I've heard of a dozen or more of these people that have hit these things. This is something you very much have to be wary of.
Right. I've seen about 6 in the last 2 months.
That's crazy.
So be very careful about that. Okay, third thing I want you to know. As most of you know, we use remote online notarizations.
Ron
Closings. They're fantastic. People love them. And we are actually going to make our seller side signings, our standard practice is going to be our sellers will sign by Ron. If
I love it.
A Ron transaction is basically like a Zoom call. So if your clients can do a Zoom call, they can do a Ron closing. It's safer and more secure for us because we verify the identity of the sellers. It's also more convenient for the sellers because they can do the closing from anywhere in the world. So they can be at home, they can be at their office, they can be in Tahiti, or looking at the Louvre Museum in France.
There you go. Two things I'm going to jump in here real quick. Sorry, Bruce. Is one, somebody would say, well, Ron, doesn't that make it more available for fraud and stuff? It's actually much stricter because, a seller can walk into one of these land deals with a fake ID, and if it's done well, the attorney's like, all right, it looks like, I don't know what Gary Smith looks like. This could be Gary Smith. But on Ron, they have to go through and they have to take that pretest and they have to answer the question and say, pulls right from their credit report, where did you live 25 years ago? What's your this? What's your that? It's harder to pass that knowledge-based assessment test than it is to walk in with a fake ID. So it actually makes sure that it's more secure than some of these title companies that aren't doing this stuff. So the Ron's actually a good thing. But we talked about those people earlier that were getting their listings to go to Cardinal. A lot of them, they use this as a huge advantage. They're like, look, Mr. Seller, you fight to get it at Cardinal Title Group. We can do secure closings through Ron. You can close where you want to leave town early, you take off. You can Zoom from wherever you want. You don't have to go into a settlement place. It's a huge perk to a listing. They're like, oh, great, I can do a Zoom closing? That's awesome. Of course I'm going to push for Cardinal Title Group now. They're your people. They know who you are, and you can do it from wherever you want. That's a huge advantage. So it's one great perk that if you've got the seller, don't give up on the fact that you can still bring that deal to Cardinal Title Group. So I had to jump in there because I think Ron's a great thing.
Yeah, Ron is fantastic. And as Donnie said, much more secure than just someone walking into our office or meeting with a notary somewhere else. So that is becoming our standard practice. We will be sending out information to your clients, your selling clients, through Qualia. Okay, fourth thing I want you to know about is your clients need to wire their funds. If you're representing the buyer of a property and we need money from them, they need to wire funds. Don't have them bring a cashier's check to a table. Don't have them bring a personal check to a table. Make sure they wire the funds and do it timely, like a day in advance. We have a lot of issues where clients are coming to the table and saying, oh yeah, I just wired my funds an hour ago. You should receive the funds. They think today, maybe tomorrow. That's not good enough. And obviously if you're representing the sellers, you're like, where's the money? So make sure your clients wire their funds to Cardinal.
Show me the money.
We both did
and
the
do it on time.
I did it without yelling out. I was
I
going
can't
to
help
Cuba Gooding dance up here. Go on. I'm digressing.
And finally, if you need a seller net sheet, if you want to do a preliminary CD and see what the closing will cost your clients, you can do that from our web or from our internet site, cardinaltitlegroup.com. On our website, we have tools where you can print out to your heart's content 24/7 seller net sheets if that's what you need. If you want to do preliminary closing disclosures, it's all available online 24/7. If you're working on the weekend, meeting with a listing client, and you want to give them a number of what their net may be, you just go on our website, cardinaltitlegroup.com, and you can do it right from there. Print it out if you want as well, too. So that's always available to you. Not a lot of people are utilizing that. So I just want to point that out and let you know the resources we have available for you. So those are my 5 things for today. I hope everyone has a great week, great month.
I want to do one more emphasis here because that next slide. So I don't think everybody's quite aware of all this, but can you throw that up there? We've got now a staff of 5 great attorneys that are available to you at all times. They may not close every transaction, but they're closing most of them. We've got a great staff of 5 attorneys here. I just want to make sure you guys are aware that we have this group of great 5 attorneys here in Maryland, right? So they were on it. I want to make sure I highlight them for you. Maryland and DC.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. And again, don't hesitate to reach out to any one of us.
Yes.
Okay. And you may not be able to if you call and it's a 1 o'clock on a Thursday, the attorney you're calling may not be available because obviously we do a lot of closings every day. Make sure you leave a message, send us an email, try one of the other attorneys. We're here to assist you. We want to hear from you. We want to answer your questions. We want to provide our services to you. So any questions, don't hesitate to reach out by phone or email. You can, even if a person's not in your office, you can reach me or any of the other attorneys that we have here in Maryland.
Yeah, they're all here to help. They're all here to help. So if a person's in a closing, call Scott, call Ryan, call Carl or Iffy. They're all here to help you guys. Make sure you have a smooth transaction and get your questions answered whenever you need it.
So let's make it easy. Where do you want them to send those contracts to? Those new contracts.
MD contracts at cardinaltitlegroup.com or DC contracts at cardinaltitlegroup.com.
Awesome.
Or just email them to me. I'll get them to the right place.
Write
There you
those
go.
in, people. Write
Okay.
those in.
Any questions for Bruce or Scott? If we get a mic, right?
I'm going to give it to Scott.
There you go.
I'll try my best.
Scott, you've been here how many days?
14.
14?
There
All
you go.
right.
For the background run checks,
Yes.
how long does that take?
They do it right on the call.
Oh.
So basically, and I'll explain this real quick, is that the person who's signing will get 5 questions. They pop up on their screen. They have to answer 4 of the 5 questions correctly within 2 minutes. If they fail, if they don't get it right, they get a second opportunity to take the test. I'd say over 90% of the people who do it pass. Sometimes elderly people have a little more problems with it because what happens sometimes, a lot of the questions involve addresses where people used to live. So for example, I used to live at 6301 Via Ciega in Los Angeles. So the question may be, which of these addresses did you live at? It'll give me some options. A lot of people, if they don't remember where they used to live, sometimes poses a problem for passing the test.
But they would do it on the
They
settlement call.
do it right on the settlement call.
So
It's
worst
one
case
call.
scenario, they failed twice. Can they try again the next day or
We
something?
would have to reschedule it for the next day.
Okay.
Yep. So that's why we do Ron seller closings a couple business days before the actual closing, because if there's any issue with the seller passing the KBA, we can send, either do it remotely or have them come into our office.
Okay, so it's like a credit check.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And basically, all the questions are all based on
Yes.
information based on their credit report.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So, sure.
Any other questions for Bruce and Scott before I let them off the hot seat?
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Have a
Bruce
great
and
day.
Scott. We appreciate it.
Beautiful place here.
Yeah, we picked a good one. Good seeing you all. All right. Without further ado, we can bring up our next guest. She's going to bring up all the energy here. She's one of our top performers. I think we called her name
We
out
called her name out a couple of
62
times.
times already for
62.
for top closings last month and for her support of Cardinal Title Group. So let's bring up Miss Tonga Turner.
Come on up.
How you doing, Tonga?
I'm good.
Welcome,
All right.
welcome. We are super excited to have Tonga with us. One of the things I asked her to do was talk about something that she's very, very passionate about for helping people be successful. So here you go.
All right, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Let's give Sarah and Donny a round of applause.
Oh, thank
Oh, I
you.
like that.
Thank you.
I'll take your bow. So my name is Tonga
Yes.
Turner. I'm really excited to be here. One of the things that I really wanted to emphasize today that it's going to be all right, y'all.
I like that.
The market is extremely crazy right now. We're seeing interest rates at an all-time high than we've ever seen before. And I'll share a little bit about my background before I jump in. I was Senior Vice President of Community Relations at a really large healthcare institution. And one of the things that we always talked about was strategic planning. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Strategic planning, right? And some of those same principles in strategic planning are applicable to real estate. So on the screen, you're going to see in a moment the word SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. This is a really simple principle that I use every day in my own business. So the first thing is specific. You don't want to just generalize your goal. You don't want to just say, I want to sell a lot of real estate. I want to make a lot of money. I want to sell a lot of houses. That is not specific enough.
Those are good goals.
Those
but
are
narrow
great.
them down.
They're great. They're not bad, y'all. We want to make money. But you have to be specific, because if you're not specific, you're not going to be able to know what you're targeting. So the first thing is you want to be specific. Your goals need to be broken down by quarter. So for me, I don't do an annual goal setting. I do it by quarter. So each quarter, I know how much volume I want to sell, how many units I want to sell, where I want to sell it, and who I want to sell it to, okay? I actually break down the quarter into weeks. So every week, I know exactly how many ratified contracts I want in hand, how many people I want pre-approved, and how many actually I want closed by the end of the month. I go down that far. So if you have a big goal, it can seem overwhelming. So the first thing you want to do is bring it down just a little bit and make sure it's more specific. Measure your goals. So the key to goal setting is you got to measure it. How do you know that you're being successful? How many of you guys actually are tracking your goals? Like, you know if you met your goals or not. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Raise your hand. Be proud.
My hand's down. Just
Yes. You got to measure your goals. If you don't measure your goals, you don't know if you're actually winning or not. I don't like to lose. So I always want to know if I'm winning or if I'm losing. And if I'm losing, I got to double down. I got to pick up a little bit. So in this particular market, you know, a lot of the goals that I set last quarter aren't applicable this quarter. I have to switch it up. So one of the things that I was doing was in the beginning of the quarter, I was like, man, I got to get all these buyers. But when those interest rates went up, y'all, I was like, there ain't no buyers out here. So I had to switch my marketing tactic to sellers. Sellers that have equity and are comfortable moving because the interest rates aren't going to bother them. If they're sitting on $150,000 to $200,000 worth of equity, they can buy down the rate and move comfortably. So make sure that your goals are measurable and you're tracking them. The last thing is attainable. Everybody want to be a millionaire. Don't we all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. All right. But you can't be a millionaire if you ain't selling no houses. Okay? So you have to make sure your goals are attainable. If you're a newer agent, it doesn't make sense for you to say, I want to sell 10 million units, 10 million in volume in my first year. It's a great goal, but is it realistic? Are you willing to put in the work to actually make that happen? So it has to be attainable. Be realistic for where you are in your business. And then the last thing is relevant. So do your goals align with your focus? I'll tell you guys a little story. I started in 2017. I was a part-time agent. I was working full-time. And I had all of these things in my head. I want to sell luxury properties. I want to do flips. I want to sell, real estate on the water. I was all over the place. And my goals actually focused on all over the place. So I didn't do very much volume. Finally, I focused my energy. Where do I really want to be? Who do I really want to focus on? And for me, it was first-time home buyers. I can certainly sell luxury real estate. I'm sure I could get a lot of investors under my belt, but you have to focus your energy. And for me, first-time home buyers were applicable to me because I was a first-time home buyer. So once I focused my energy on first-time home buyers, all of my goals centered around that. My social media focused on first-time home buyers. My marketing focused on apartment buildings where people are moving from apartments to homes. So you have to focus your goals specifically for where you want your business to go.
I love that.
And then the final one is timely, okay? You can't be in November talking about you're going to sell 50 units before December. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? You have to make sure your goals are relevant to where you are in the time, all right? So that's it, SMART. So I want you guys to remember that. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, all right? Everyone, y'all with me?
I love it.
Y'all
Yeah.
with me?
Love it.
Okay, good.
I'm going to be smart.
You're going to be smart.
I'm going to go back and
After
set
this,
some goals.
You should be smart.
Some
but you're
specific, measurable.
You're
I'm
already,
smart. Thank
you're
you.
already smart.
I'm smart.
There's hope for
I can be
there's hope for
better.
you yet.
There's hope. I mean, you got Sarah, so you're smart.
Hey! Woo!
All right. The
I have
next.
to overcome Sarah, I think.
There's some of that.
All right, y'all. Settle down. Okay. POP. This is the last acronym. I'm coming from the private sector, so all we have is acronyms, y'all.
I
But
love
this
it.
is-
I love
This
it.
is the way to remember. So plan, opportunity, and purpose. POP. This is how you're going to make your business pop.
Yes.
So you got to have a plan. You cannot walk into real estate saying you're just going to sell it. You got to have a plan. I just gave you a plan. SMART. Your plan is to be smart. Opportunity. I work like I'm broke. I work like I don't sell no houses. Every week I'm like, dang, I ain't selling no houses. My husband's like, didn't you just go to 5 closings?
We just saw you at 7 in
Yeah,
September,
sorry,
Tony.
man, you okay? I work like I'm broke. I take every opportunity. If someone calls me on a Saturday, they're pre-approved, they're ready to go, and they want to go see a house, guess what? I ain't going to church on Sunday. I'm getting ready to go get this money.
Well, I'm not gonna openly advocate not going to church, but
Just act like you didn't hear that. Close your ears.
yeah.
Opportunity. My point
Go at
is
11 after church.
yeah,
man.
there you go.
No, I'm just
After
kidding.
service. My purpose for saying that is opportunity waits for no one. Specifically in this market, where everybody's hungry, everybody wants to eat, everybody's hurting, everybody's grinding. You don't have the luxury in this market to say, can you call me on Monday? You don't have the luxury in this market to say, oh, I'm tired. I'm never tired. I work like I'm broke. So the point of this is take every opportunity. Never say no. Work like you're broke. The last one is purpose. Why do you do this? Is it to make money? Is it to provide for your family? Is it to, you want to educate people? Whatever your purpose is, center on that, because it's never about selling the person a home or, helping them to purchase their home. It's always about what their purpose is. And if you really focus in on what they're trying to achieve, the sale will come. All right? So smart and make your business pop.
I love it. I love
All
it.
right?
Great,
Love
great
that.
stuff, Tonga. All right, we got any questions for Tonga? Questions for Tonga. Good stuff out there, though. I loved it. Any questions for Tonga out there? All right, they're gonna let you off the hot seat.
I wowed
easy,
you
Tonga.
guys. Let me run.
know
She's
what?
like, I'm gonna run out
Let
of
me
here.
run before
Oh,
they
I
ask.
want to give something away.
Oh, you gonna do it now?
I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
What does the O in POP stand for, hands? Opportunity.
Y'all were listening.
Oh yeah.
You got enough giveaways?
See, I was gonna make you guys ask that question in like 5 minutes. And see if you remember it at 5 minutes from now, not 30 seconds from now.
Opportunity. Well, the reason I wanted to do opportunity is because we all look at everything all the time, and when things aren't necessarily happening the way we want it to, we're like, oh, the market's dead. Yeah. Oh, the interest rates are up. Oh, we make all these excuses. And guys, stop whining. That's what we sound like, whiny little brats. Like, take the opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere we look. Yep. We just have to look at it as an opportunity, not as, oh, this is happening to me. Take charge, change your mindset.
I love that. Working like you're broke and
Working
taking
like
every
you're broke.
opportunity. That was
and
great.
you, my friend, are winning a North Face jacket.
There you go. There you go. Well, thank you to Tonga. Awesome stuff. We're all going to be smart and we're going to pop. Thank you very much. All right. We're going to try to match Tonga's energy up here with the next stuff. So we're going to talk about some of our coaching and some of the other stuff that want to focus you on. So
guys, don't forget, we have free coaching classes. Richard Bridges, who is our director of our agent development, director of agent development. He's our dad. Come on, that was funny.
No, do better. Do better.
I'll do better.
Do better.
So he wants to remind everybody that there are free coaching classes every month. So mark your calendars for Thursday the 19th from 6 to 7. And
tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. And Tuesday the 24th from 10 to 11 for October. These are free classes that anybody in our coaching program can watch. You don't necessarily have to pay for this class or anything like that. You just go in and you watch the free classes, along with November 7th and November 14th. We have classes on time management and efficiency, changing your mindset to a selling mindset versus a woe is me mindset, starting and building a real estate team for those of you that are interested in possibly doing that, and then leveraging personal notes and holiday cards, how to connect with your sphere. Some wonderful classes we have coming up. Again, it's that introduction to coaching, just to show you what it's all about. Mark your calendars, jump in. The links to those are on the nest. We also do free huddles.
Raise your hand if you've gotten in one of our huddles yet.
Have you done a huddle? Awesome.
Got a few of you.
We got
out
a few
there.
in the room.
How have you liked it? Yeah, we got a
Yes.
lot of head nods.
Yes.
I can always tell when somebody's gone to the huddle because afterwards, people. I know Sam makes you guys put down your goals, make
People
yourself
start
accountable.
posting on the
People start
posting
posting
on
in the
Facebook.
agent Facebook
Yeah.
group what they promised to do in there. I love that.
So what's a huddle? A huddle is a free weekly accountability.
Well, it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah. So what do you need more than anything else to continue to grow your business and continue to take action? Accountability. What does every person hate in the world? Accountability. So you are only going to be better. And I liken it to my gym membership. If I have a gym membership, that is the first step. But if I don't ever go, my butt's staying fat. I've got to have that accountability, which means I'm going to meet my friend.
Just got awkward up here.
I'm going to do something that holds me accountable for showing up. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to necessarily do all the things we need to do, but we need to be accountable to change the outcome, and we've got to change the inputs if we want to change the outcome. So Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 10 a.m., it's just a quick half an hour. You set your goals, you post them to hold yourself accountable, and it's to help you get more support when you need it. You don't necessarily want to run to it, but you need it. You all need it. We all need it. And you can either scan that QR code or you can go to the Nest and look at the calendar and all of the information's there.
All of these group classes and huddles are on the
Yes.
Cardinal Nest calendar. We want to focus on another thing. We want to focus on our concierge services. We haven't talked about those in a while, but you can access via the Print Center. You can select the TC and the marketing stuff right in the Print Center there. You can see the concierge services when you log in there. And you've got lots of stuff in there. You've got the a la carte. You know, you just want somebody to do a just listed postcard for you or pull the addresses. You want somebody to do all of your marketing for your new listing, or you want that transaction coordinator to help you from contract to closing. You can schedule all that stuff right in the Print Center there.
Yes, we have, trivia.
We're doing trivia again.
Yes.
All right.
It's up in my slides. Trivia.
It is.
It is
all right,
$50 towards Print
See,
Center or
this
swag.
is when you go off schedule.
I don't
you mess
ever go
us
off
up.
schedule. Whatever.
Because what was the first question that we're supposed to ask right now?
But I only did one.
You only
So
did one. All right. So this is a text question.
This
Don't
is
call
text.
it out.
You have to text us and you have to say your name. What did Tonga tell us POP
What does
stood
POP
for?
stand for?
You have to do POP and your name. What does POP stand for?
All right.
That's
Now,
for
while we're
online
waiting for
viewers.
texting, this one's going to be for in person. So we're going to go with hands. Ready? What is a product or service available via our concierge services? Back middle. Print Center postcards. Yes, that is a concierge center. There
Yes,
you go.
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Bring it on.
She goes, give me all the money. Yes.
All right, Chris, we got any text answers for Pop yet? Nothing for Pop.
Come on, people, text your name and what POP stands for.
Plan, opportunity, purpose. Josephine.
Duckett, you win $50.
Woo-hoo!
Swag or Print Center.
There you go. Great job, Josephine. Now we're going to bring up one of our great First Heritage Loan officers, our partners here, Mr. Paul Lancaster, to drop some knowledge on us. Come on up,
Come
Paul.
on up, Paul.
How you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thanks.
All right. So, Paul, I guess we have to start with that get to know you page. Anything you want to
yes.
focus on this page here?
Would you like me to
You got
read-
grandbabies? You got
Paul
grandbabies? Look
likes
at that.
long walks on the beach with his 3 grandchildren.
He loves to
I like
fish.
fishing and the kids.
He's been married since forever as well, so he's got that going for him. So good to see you up here, Paul.
Nice
All
to
right,
see
what
you guys.
do we got here? We're going to talk about some fun stuff. What do we got?
So yes,
Rates are 4.5%, right? You can see it.
I can't see that one.
Me neither,
Advance
friend.
here. Yeah,
Where'd you
it's
go,
up there.
Donald?
There you
go.
So in a market, I guess one of the things I wanted to talk about was only a couple things. In a market where there's been a lot of kind of bad news or down
There's
depressing.
been bad news?
But
I didn't hear any of that
Fannie
stuff.
Mae did something great, and I'm sure you guys may know, you may not know, but I'm going to tell you about it. So they updated their multifamily guidelines. So I know you guys probably realize who sell multifamily or folks who want to, live in one and rent out the other, maybe 2 or 3. They would, if they wanted to use a conventional loan, they had to put down a lot of money, 15%, 20%. So most of them were using FHA, putting down 3.5%. Well, when you used FHA, you had to pass a self-sufficiency guideline, which if you didn't really know, it's, the market rents have to be greater than the PITI. And that was killing a lot of deals. Even before it killed it even before these rates increased.
Sure.
So now that the rates increased, it was like killing most of the deals. But so Fannie Mae changed it so you can use a conventional loan and put down 5%.
I like it.
So
I like it.
that's huge, and you don't have to do the self-sufficiency test now. So if you can do it as a conventional loan with 5% down, and the great thing about it also is you can do it as a renovation loan. So you don't have to use a 203K FHA. You can use a home style renovation loan, put down 5%. You can live in one, fix up the other 3.
That's great.
Don't have to worry about the self-sufficiency test.
I'm signing up. Somebody
Let's
go
move
find
on.
me a multifamily to buy. I'm in.
Let's move on with
As
that.
low as 5% down. I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was a great update. That got me excited because before I came to First Heritage, I lost a deal to that.
Oh,
And
really?
it's tough because you really have to wait for the appraiser to
Sure.
tell you. So you're in the deal,
Gotcha.
and you never want that to happen.
No.
So, second update is. Can I just switch this?
Yeah. Sarah got that weird iPad that she doesn't know how to use. There you go.
First Heritage, we have a new product
The closer.
called the Closer.
I like the name. It's a
FHA.
strong name.
100% loan, FHA. Great things about it is,
100% FHA. Okay.
yep,
I like it.
it comes with a second.
There you go.
It's an amortized,
Okay.
10-year, has a payment, but if you don't have the money, it's a good option for MMP, but we don't have to stay in Maryland
Okay.
with it. So
So this is applicable to other places, not just Maryland.
not just Maryland.
Okay.
Yes,
Fantastic.
absolutely. Purchase price can go up to $726.
There you go.
Great thing. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer with this product. There's no income limits.
Okay.
So 620 credit score. So we can a little bit of education, but other than that, it's just a great product. We're rolling out another one. I'm not allowed to talk about it yet.
You got to call.
I had it on my list, and they quickly called me like 3 or 4 times since last night, and was like,
Please
"No,
don't talk
no,
about
no,
it.
no, yeah, wait,
You got
wait,
you
wait."
got to call Paul to get the down low on that.
So
He'll
next
tell you offline.
next month, probably in a few weeks, we'll have it. It'll be conventional, so it'll be a really good product.
He's dropping some hints.
Yeah,
on
I'm
you.
dropping some hits, and hopefully nobody from First Heritage is watching me, so they'll be like, "We weren't supposed to say it at all." I have a background doing CRA loans, so this product really got me excited. The other one, so I'm gonna just leave it alone.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
Any questions that I can answer for anybody?
Well, as you think about those questions, the one thing I want to continue to encourage people to do with the loan stuff is, look, these buy downs are a real thing, guys. I think that right now we're in a place in this market that sometimes sellers, there's not 32 offers like there were 4 months ago, and the sellers are willing to deal a little bit. You got that $400,000 house, get a couple points back, and get the seller to buy down that rate for you. All of a sudden, yes, it's 7.5 now, but you get a 2-1 buy down, you get 5.5% that first year, 6.5%. It becomes a lot more attainable. By the time you get to the end of the 2 years, I think we all think the rates won't be 7.5. Like, maybe they're going to be 6.5 or 6 or 5.5. And then you can always refinance that loan later, but it makes it a little bit more affordable to get into now for the client, for that buyer for the next year or two. You obviously never want to buy something they can't afford at the end of the day, but making it easier to start with and swallow that 5.5% rate for the first year, 6.5%, because I'm telling you, a lot of people on the sidelines saying, well, I'll wait till the rates come down. I think they're going to come down in the spring. But if everybody's thinking that, and we all wait till they're 6%, and then all these buyers come out, it's great for us, right? We're going to have lots of competition. But for that buyer, now all of a sudden you're competing with 10 offers. And now all of a sudden now you're not getting the home inspection you can get today. And you're not
it's
getting
not
the
only
closing
competing
costs.
with 10 offers, you're competing with 10 offers on a price that's already had standard appreciation of 3
Right.
to 5%. So the price is continuing to climb every year.
Price
and now
is
you've got
climbing.
now
We're
you've got spiked.
overbidding. We're not getting
Right.
inspections. We're not getting appraisals. We're back to this world 6 months ago or 3 or 4. It wasn't as fun to be a buyer. We're paying still high rates, but not getting all the things. Right now, you can get, I don't want to speak for every listing, but a lot of times you can get that appraisal contingency, the home inspection, the financing. You can get all the protections you deserve as a buyer, and you can get that lower rate by having maybe buy down, spend that extra money, buy it down, to get that rate relief for that first year or two. So that's one thing that I would highly encourage. I don't think ARM pricing is necessarily good enough to always make sense, but at least I would flip over all those rocks. And the best way to do that is you don't have to be the loan expert for every person. Get them to Paul, get them to a great First Heritage loan officer, have them do that consultation so they see all the options that might be available to them. It's going to open up a whole new world for you and that buyer where all of a sudden you can go get that house now when the competition is not as high. And they're going to thank you in 6 months in the spring when that same house is getting bid up for 20, 30, 40 grand more and they're not getting inspections and all the other kind of stuff. They'll be like, I'm so glad you got me in then, and if rates do come down and they've got buyer's remorse on the rate, they can always refinance that rate easier. And actually, even with the buy down, if they spent 10 grand to buy it down, typically the seller's money, and you refinance out of that in a year, well, you get 5 grand of it back. You get a prorated portion back towards your closing costs, that refinance, and towards that loan. So you're not losing the money. It's going towards that rate until you refinance.
Exactly.
So I just love to remind people that that's a great option I would be about right now. If I needed that buyer that they wanted to buy, but 7.5% and 8% or whatever the rate, they couldn't swallow that. We'll give them a lower rate for a couple of years, and it's a little bit easier to swallow. Any other questions for Paul or about rates in general or programs? Mark, you have a question in the back? No? Okay, just kidding. I was just messing with you. Well, thank you, Paul, and thank you for
Thank
Sarah.
you.
Appreciate having you up here, chopping that knowledge. All right, so the next thing I'm going to quickly go through because I'm going to get to more fun topics like some education stuff. Bring Miss Lynn up here, I think. But we've got our market reports. As a reminder, guys, all these market reports, if you go to the Cardinal Nest and you click top resources in the top left, we've got market reports for 20, a bunch of different jurisdictions. How many we do, Austin? 32? Oh, wow, 32. 16 times 2. He does 2 reports for each one. But these reports are in there for each different jurisdiction that you're in. You know, so I only go over a couple of the bigger ones here, but it kind of gives us a big picture of things, what's going on. So this was the D.C. metropolitan area. So it's our biggest footprint, all the counties, you know, that are kind of close to D.C. So in September, there were 4,780 new listings that went on the market. The good news, guys, is that was 3% more listings than August. So we are seeing some more people list. Typically this time of year, we see less listings, not more, which is good. Now the downside some people might point to is it's 33% less listings than last September. So that's a lot less listings.
That's a lot.
You know, but hopefully we're moving in a positive way there. You know, new pendings were down 13% from last year, which is, you know, we know that across the footprint. We know there's less closed sales. There's 19% less sales this September than last September, and that's not surprising. It's, you know, Tonga was talking about we're having less transactions out there. You know, that's not shocking news to any of us, obviously. You know, and if you're feeling like it's been a rough year, I want to show you that number at the bottom there where it says year to date, 2022. At this point, we had 50,400 transactions closed. Sam said, "There's like a gnat up here that I keep getting."
It is.
You see it?
It did. It flew in my hair a minute ago. Yeah.
There's 50,000 transactions in 2022 through September. Well, this year there's been 38,400. So that's 24% roughly less transactions this year than last year. So, you know, I say that to be encouraging that, okay, if you're feeling the burn a little bit that it's not quite, look, that's true. But to Tonga's point, the opportunity, go plan, go get it. Set those goals, go get those goals. You know, I love Sam Hardiman's thing. He's like, you can control what you can control. You can't control there's 24% less properties that have sold. But what you can't control is there were 38,000 properties that have sold in the last 9 months just in this region. Go get some of those. You know, there's still people buying and selling every day.
Well, and the people that are going to be in business at the end of this are the people that actually went out and got that business.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be the ones that sit around saying, I'm just going to let it come to me. Like, this is where you have to dig deep and change your mindset and actually go through the activities to go after and work like you're broke.
Dive into a lot of these things we're talking about. You know, Lynn's classes
Do
and our
all
coaching
the
classes
things.
and SMART and POP.
Yeah, do
and
the
all
things.
these things Tonga was talking about. So one more thing, let's pop this up for me, Zach, so I can just a couple more stats here. You know, we see that our active listing count is 6644. It's actually not terrible for the total average. You know, it's kind of in the middle of what's normally active this time of year. So there's not a ton of inventory, but it's not the lowest it's been. You know, our inventory count's not terrible. They are still selling at close to their original listing price, 99.9%. So people are, in general, that's dropped a little bit because people are still overpricing homes a little bit on the market. But 99.9% is the average sold to list price ratio. So that's not bad stuff. And our average days on market's 20 days, you know, which is a pretty good number. There's still a healthy market out there. So good stuff overall. You can see that we've broken out a little bit of this. It's pretty similar across all the platforms. We did NVAR, FAR, EPBR, GCAR, and PGCAR here. They're all pretty similar. Not a lot of outliers. This is the pendings. You know, it looks like EPBR, it's the Eastern Panhandle, is actually pretty flat.
Yep.
But everybody else is down. Pretty similar to that DC market stuff. Our closed sales, you know, down 18, 21, 11, 18, 11. So obviously less sales in September than everywhere else. But and our sales prices, though, they are up across all the regions still, to Sarah's point. They're up 3, 5, 6, 8% in every region from last year to this year. So even in a market where we feel like, oh, things are going less, and it's still up 5, 6%. Real estate's still a great purchase, you know, overall. Right?
Absolutely.
All right.
You know, we went to the part of the NVAR convention, and I laughed because David Childress, who's the CEO of Keeping Current Matters, and he sits on lots of different boards, but he started his talk with how many people wish they had bought real estate 10 years ago. And he was like, right? bought more real estate 10 years ago, and he said, how many of you 10 years ago thought, wow, that price sure is high. Like, maybe I'll wait for it to come down, or I don't know that I want to spend that much. But then think about where that was 10 years before that, right? So go back to that historically, for the last 50 years, they've plotted that real estate is absolutely the best return on your money over the long-term hold year after year after year after year. So regardless of what the market conditions are, go buy that real estate. I know a lot of real estate investors right now that are also buying because as the market inventory kind of stacks up a little bit, they've got a little wiggle room. You're starting to see our investors pop back in. And that's a good sign for starting to move some stuff as well. So don't discount it just because you've got the naysayers out there that say, well, prices are at an all-time high. Well, tell them that 10 years ago.
Exactly.
Right.
To that point, there was a fun one going around Facebook, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen it or participated in it. But not that I'm an advocate for Zillow, but people said it's a fun thing. It was a fun activity to put on your Zillow, on your Facebook, but it was like, look up your first house you bought, or the first house you bought is most relevant. What did you pay for it? Now go Zestimate that right now. It will make you a little bit sad that you probably didn't hold on to that house forever, probably, but
I
it's
went
a
through
fun
that
game.
exercise a couple of years ago and almost threw up.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I looked at Meredith and I's first townhouse we bought 20 years ago when we got married, and I wish I still held it and just had been a landlord for a little bit longer, I would say. It's up a good 100, 200 grand from where I thought,
Yes.
where I sold it, unfortunately. But it's just a fun way to interact with people. But that same thing is true. Like, look, I was done being we rented it out for a few years, that townhouse, and I was just done being a landlord. So I sold it because I don't want to do this anymore. And
I don't want to fool with it.
but I wish I had sucked it up because literally it's $180,000, $200,000 more 10 years later where I had
That's
it
a great
purchased.
return.
Yeah, and it probably would be practically paid off if I had making the payments for another 10 years or so. So it does go to that point of, continuing to reach out to people and real estate being a good investment, even though the markets can be up and down sometimes. So some upcoming trainings that we have.
Yes.
So go ahead.
I was going to say, live in the studio, if you want to dive into KV Core, you want to learn more.
This is our actual rep that is,
Yes, our KV Core
the
guy
leader
is
of
coming
trainers and all this kind of
from
stuff.
KV Core to teach us how to build in automations and make sure that you've set your KV Core up to do the things that you want it to do to win with that platform. So that is live in the studio on Monday the 23rd at 12.
And we will video it. There's nothing
Yes.
like being in there in person. We will video it so we can reduplicate it later out to everybody. But Jacob's coming into town. So it's a great opportunity to dive in there with a real good KV Core trainer that's been with them for a while. So we've talked about HQDs before. Alexandria next week, Silver Spring, Fredericksburg, Richmond. And we're going to get that December 6th, that first Wednesday. We're going to replace it somewhere in Maryland, so look for that announcement as well. But so what does an HQD day look like? Can you make this big so everybody can read it for me real quick? So this is like a typical schedule of
typical
HQDU.
agenda. Yeah.
Because we talked about this before, but with breakfast, we've got Chime, lead generation, video tips, settle like a pro with Cardinal always. We do that Q&A with Donny and Sarah. Rich will do a live coaching, social media, Real Scout. Now, look, this changes every week, but I just want to get you an idea of, look, there's nobody that's been to an HQDU. I want to ask real quick. Raise your hand in the crowd if you've been to an HQDU at all.
Wow, that's about half.
Yeah, about half to 2/3. That's great. Raise your hand if you enjoyed, you learned, you took some good nuggets out of that HQDU that you really, I got people did 2 hands. I love that.
All right, so let me ask this question. Did anybody leave there and go, oh my God, that was a waste of my time? Not a single
Why'd
hand
you raise
went
your
up.
hand?
I didn't. I'm holding them right here. Not a single hand. So you're taking out actionable nuggets to impact your business.
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity. It's also great for just getting out, networking. We typically get a lot of people to these events, 50, 60, 70 of our other great realtors. So you get to learn together, break bread together, have some breakfast, have some lunch, really engage with each other and learn from all of our great teachers all over in our company. To that point, Miss Lori's on the road, right?
Yeah, she is. She's teaching like 2 different sessions on the day she's on the road in Tyson's, Richmond, Lake Ridge, and Bowie. She's teaching KV Core how-tos, hands-on workshop, and then she's teaching Chime how-tos workshop. So you can RSVP for those on the Nest.
Bring your laptop. Roll it up.
And then you don't need to stay for the 11 to 2:30 unless you just want to learn both systems. But this is for you, once you've picked your system, for you to go in, configure it, and work on it right then with her hands-on in a classroom setting.
So good stuff there. I'm going to bring up Miss Lynn now because we're blessed she's in the crowd with us today here because Lynn's always got good stuff. So every Thursday, Lynn does a Master Your Marketing class. And this is just, I would dive into these. These are all virtual. They're all in the Nest. Come in between Sarah and I here, Miss Lynn. So Thursday's 12:30 to 1:30. So next week you got Fizbos at, well, I'll let Lynn talk. What do we got coming up here?
Well, first off, tomorrow's.
Well, we're going to, tomorrow wasn't even up there. What's tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's class, we are going to do, and this, again, was a gift from Deb when we did Popeyes, is the letters to
Every time you
Santa.
say that, I think you say Popeyes and I get hungry.
I know.
Like I'm like spicy chicken. Let's
Yeah,
go.
There you go. So,
He will be driving through the.
I will definitely get a
will be
Popeye
driving
sandwich
through the
all the way
drive-thru
home
on the way
tonight
home
now
to
because I
Popeyes,
just
yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
But Pop buys is what she's saying.
Smile stop. So I always ask, how many of you know people that have kids that still believe in Santa? Okay.
How many of us still believe in Santa?
Excuse me.
Hey, Sarah.
I met Santa.
Sarah,
love Santa.
I have Santa's business
both
card.
of y'all, Santa ain't real. All right, go on.
He is too. I have his business
Yes,
card.
he is.
So
Look,
There
if
you
you
go.
don't believe, you do not receive. Yes, if
Yeah,
you do
there
not
you
believe,
go.
you do not receive.
Jesus is the reason for the season. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
That too. More
That
important.
too.
Yeah. But
That too.
tomorrow's class, at 12:30 by Zoom, the link is on the calendar for you all, is we're going to walk you through, and I give you, when you attend, you get it all handed to you on a silver platter. So you don't even have to think. I email it over to you. You follow the instructions. We have a little survey that you can send out. I'll show you how to set those up where you can go ahead and get the information back from the people that you know who have kids or grandkids or whatever. Get the information back. Get to the letter. They get mailed up to the North Pole. They get postmarked at the North Pole.
love this.
And then they come back.
Sorry, that would
So-
that would hit good. I like that.
yeah, it is a good one. So
I love it.
Anyway, it's a cool. Again, we're always looking for those little touch points, those little things to create that wow, that little thing to create that lasting impression.
Well, and I
a
want to
letter
point out
from
one
Santa.
thing. The reason that works so well, what is the one thing that people care about more than their pets?
Kids and
Their
grandkids.
kids.
Nah, I don't
It's
know.
not their
People
spouses.
might care about their kids
It's
more.
their kids
I
and
mean,
their
pets
pets.
more.
Most
Yes.
some people, like Meredith, likes her dog more than she does her children.
Well, dog, children, the same. Donnie. after
And the
that. No,
dog.
I'm, just kidding. I'm
There
joking.
you go. There you go. But
Are
anyway,
you now?
don't ask.
Depends on the day. Go ahead.
We make it older, but we refuse to grow up.
Right,
There you go.
absolutely.
So that'll be a great class tomorrow. So please join me on that. We are going to continue through November, with the exception of the Thanksgiving weekend. For the Master Your Marketing, each week is a different topic that is going to spin off and take a deep dive into one of the things that we need to get into. Definitely, it has been asked, and they don't even know it yet, so surprise, with the I'm going to say fallout, if you will, of the millions of questions that are coming from the lawsuit stuff.
With the
What do we need
impending
to do?
landscape.
Yeah. What do we need to do? Ironically, when we started, and this leads right into our fourth quarter challenge, the focus for the fourth quarter challenge was going to be mastering and consistency. And when I was getting it prepped, the focus on mastering your business, mastering your skills on buyer consultations, mastering your skills on seller consultations, and even renter consultations. And then this bomb got dropped, and it was like perfect timing. Couldn't have planned it any better. So we're going to take a lot of extra time the next couple of months to make sure that we're giving you key things to say and key things not to say. So be on the lookout for all that. So can I just go ahead and jump right into the
Yes.
fourth quarter challenge? Drum roll. How many do you want to guess we've got signed up for?
Well, it's not fair because I know your last number, but I'll say 181.
176.
In between.
Wait, it says 176. I cheated.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the other day. That was the other
Somebody
day.
needs to update their slides.
Yeah, you
will
forgot we read these slides before.
No, that's right. Well, it was when the slide was created and went in. I just checked it this morning. We're currently at 178
Woohoo!
that have signed up that are
Fantastic, you guys.
Yes.
Awesome.
So what is this 178? What does that mean?
Well, they have signed up.
Okay.
102 of them have taken the survey quiz or the survey that goes with it, and then they've all gotten their trusty little.
Committing to your business, people.
Yes.
I love it.
So
Love it.
the fourth quarter challenge again is designed to help you get your momentum and your accountability, but more momentum. And so there's a list of tasks in here. I do not expect you to do all of them, truth be told, but I do
But
want
if you
to.
do, you might win.
Oh, big time, big time.
For any
But
of you competitive people out there, just saying.
yeah, so for those that are listening to the sales meeting, go to my website. There's a little link for a quiz. Answer a couple of basic questions, and you will earn your points. Now, some may go, well, why are you using your website for some of this? Because I figured out how to do it. I'm the non-techie one, and I wanted you guys to see what could be done on your websites. My site is nothing more than the KV Core platform.
There you go.
There you go.
I love it.
All right, so we got all kinds of great stuff in
I'm
there.
going to say something real quick about the fourth quarter challenge. Guys, it's not, look, some people are going to win. We're going to have to everyone won the points. It's first of all, it's not too late because it's mid-October. You can't do the fourth quarter challenge. Second of all, it's about, okay, we're going to give away a prize. It's about the wins, is all the stuff you do and the habits you set up.
And
that
the
are
people
gonna,
you talk to.
that is going to be the wins, is the 2024, if you just go to show, it's a holiday time, and Sarah jokes a lot about Christmas, but okay, it's holidays, I'll hit next year running. You know what's going to happen next year? Your business is going to be in that same slow pattern.
Because what you do, October, November, December, is your settlements at Cardinal Title, please.
And it's the
January,
patterns
February, March.
you set
Yes.
up to your success in 2024. There's nothing better you can do than it's a little bit slower, is dive in and do all the things. This is the time of year that if you don't have as many clients as you'd like, great, that's fine. Dive in, do the things, set up good habits so that you have a successful year next year.
Absolutely.
I can't encourage you to get in this class, to get in this challenge higher.
Yep.
Even if you only do half the stuff on the list. It's half the stuff that you wouldn't have done if you kept sitting on your couch watching Netflix every day.
And I will tell you, the backbone to this quarter challenge is the consistency. And on the second page of the handout, we talk about the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've been talking about it for months. It's just basically making 5 calls, 4 text messages, 3 emails, 2 market reviews,
Yep.
and adding 1 new contact to your database. 5, 4, 3,
And
2,
a
1.
partridge in a pear tree.
I
That
want
too.
to so
There you
sing
go.
in a partridge in
Yeah.
a tree. I so want
And
to sing
if
that.
you're doing your real estate full time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should be daily. If you are a dual career, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 should be at least 2 to 3 days a week. Now, part of the
You're giving
survey.
up way too much time. It needs to be daily too.
Yeah, I agree. But in the survey, I've asked whether they're full time, part time, so I can sort it down a little bit so we can have some tracking. Now, I will tell you, which office has the most agents that have signed up? Bowie.
Hey,
So
there you go.
far,
Bowie
so
people.
good, okay. In
like
second,
it.
yeah. In second place, the Fredericksburg and the White Marsh office
There you
Nice
go.
are
job,
neck and
you
neck
guys.
for
I
the
love
number
it.
2 office. Now, what I thought was interesting, based off the survey, 21% of the agents who have signed up have only been in the business 1 to 3 years.
Nice.
But 18% have been in 20 years or more.
Nice
Wow.
job recommitting to the
I
basics.
was blown away when I saw those.
18% of the.
That would be you, Donnie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I am in the 20-year club now. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I'm so old.
But I think what that tells us, though, is
Can teach old dogs new tricks? No, I'm just
well, maybe, but
no. It's that even the,
everybody needs.
everybody
that
needs to get
momentum.
back to the basics,
Yeah.
and sometimes you need to get in there to. If you don't know what the basics are, go learn what they are, and if you knew but you forgot, get back there and get
Yeah.
back
Well,
to
and
those
sometimes,
things that build your
guys,
business.
remember, this is a lonely business. And if you're sitting on your couch and you're watching Hallmark movies and you've got your feet shut,
See, you
Donnie,
say Hallmark
and you've
movies,
got
but nobody watches those.
Thank you.
Netflix is such a better
And-
example.
You watch Hallmark movies. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you kick your feet up and you are just gelling all the time.
All right, hold on. Raise your hand if you watch Hallmark movies consistently. Okay, there's like 3 people. Raise your hand if you watch Netflix consistently. All right,
Oh,
say
good
thank
Lord,
you.
people.
All right, I win.
All right,
Go
if
ahead.
you sit around and watch
I
Netflix,
don't have time to watch TV.
All right,
I just
give-
got Netflix a couple
I
years ago.
took you off the track.
You did,
Sorry,
but if
go
you
back
sit
on.
around and you stay by yourself and you don't do anything, it breeds more of that behavior. When you get into these challenges, you are getting energy. You're learning new things. The stuff she's teaching, guys, she's not making it up. She knows what works. She's taught millions of people millions.
Over
She's taught lots
5,000
of
now.
people to do this, and millions of people across the world are using the same sales techniques. You're just applying them and getting you to do something. And that's the energy of engagement. So this
you
is
go.
why these things are important, because it's, I hate to say it like this, but sometimes misery loves company. Like, you just got to go arm in arm, right? And you got to go, let's just go door knock, right? And,
Yep.
and you got two people and you're having fun, whatever,
Mhm.
but you're engaging and you're doing energy, and it breeds to energy the next day and the next day and the next day, which then leads to new settlements.
Yeah. And the biggest challenge I think I see agents is they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do. Well, we've already got it mapped out for you. Gang, I've trained now over 5,000 agents.
That's
Quite
a
a few
lot
people.
of
That's a few faces. And I've seen the same things repeat and repeat, and the problems that come. So all of our classes that we have been blessed to be able to record and have available.
We have dummy proofed them for you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It is now available,
sorry,
and so
that's
I will guide you
crazy.
through. You know, if you don't know what to say, here's the class I know that'll give you the tips. And even on the Q&A sessions that we do at 11 on Thursdays, you know, we get into what's the one message you need to relay out, what's the one text message that can go out, what's the one note card that can go out. So you're being given all of this stuff. So really, there is no excuse.
There you go.
There
Well,
you have it.
I
There you
encourage
have
you to jump in
No
the fourth quarter
excuse,
challenge and all that
Lisa. No
stuff. Thank you,
excuse.
Lynn,
Yeah, all right.
and all the great teaching
Thank
she
you.
has.
Thank you.
I think it's great.
Thank you.
There's
So,
a QR code for anybody that wants to get in.
I wanted to highlight one or two more things here, and we're going to close up. We got get ready for some more trivia there, Mormon. Go get some prizes
good
over
prizes.
there. All right, so SOAR was a great series that Cardinal has rolled out. So if people haven't seen these yet, they're doing some great educational series that Cardinal's sponsoring and marketing to not only our agents but outside agents. They've done a couple of these already, but we've got one coming up in Bowie on November 14th, and in Alexandria, I think it's a different date. It's December 13th, 14th. December 14th, so 14th on both. November 14th in Bowie and December 14th in Alexandria. So look for more information on those, the emails that go out, but you can sign up for those. Great classes. A lot of times there's Lynn, Richard, a lot of our other great teachers are diving in. Justin taught a great class on photos. So some more opportunities to jump in there. Real quick, before I move on, we just want to make sure you guys knew we had a great partner spotlight, Cinch. They do a great job with our home services, home warranty stuff. So I'd encourage you to reach out to Cinch. Lots of information on our website about them, but we've had a lot of good feedback on them as an early sponsor. It's been the last couple of months they've been with us. Agent orientations, always get out to all those things. There's a bunch of classes here, but the one thing I wanted to make sure you guys knew is those weekend updates I go through every class in a little bit more detail. There's so many great opportunities to engage with everybody around our footprint, so I want to make sure you guys do that. We're going to do one more round of trivia. There's a broker Q&A I want to mention. Sorry, hold on one second. It was with Kara and Kim. So next Wednesday in our Waldorf office, right? Waldorf?
Yep.
I'm getting some head nods, right? Ask the Broker Q&A next Wednesday, 11 to 1 at our Waldorf office with Kara and Kim. The rest of these are pretty good. Oh, quality training is an interesting one to me. We've got next Thursday, or Thursday the 9th. If you want some quality training, that was Cardinal Title Grove. I love Qualia. It's another great reason to use Cardinal. We pay a lot of money for this secure software. And you had a treatment of this lately with.
Yeah, it was horrible.
So you had a closing that they couldn't bring it to Cardinal.
So I had a closing that I negotiated to Cardinal, and it served me notice that they were switching, which was not to my liking anyway. But then they used a title company I'd never heard of, and they sent me an email and said, please fill out the seller sheet. Guys, I responded back, and I'm like, what WTH is this? I said, where's my secure portal? I'm not sending you my client's social security numbers over a email or over a piece of paper that I'm filling out. And they said, well, you can fax it to us. And I'm like, I don't even own a fax machine. And they were like, but this is how we do it. I said, I haven't filled one of these out in 15 years.
15, come on.
It's been at least 10.
You've been here 5 years, and part of what you're 6 years. And
Oh,
part,
shut it, but it didn't mean that I was filling out forms.
You guys funny. All right, funny fun facts about Sarah.
Ah.
All right, I'm bringing Sarah in, I'm bringing her on staff, and she's like, these are my wants that I got to have, right? So I want an office with a window, right? And I need my own fax line.
Look, I was selling. I needed that mess.
How many times have you used that fax line?
I don't think I ever had it.
Not sure we ever actually got it for her.
I don't think we ever got it. But anyway,
But the
long
point
story
about
short,
secure portal.
But the long story short was they wanted me to fill out my agent sheet and fill out my seller's contact or fill out all their personal
it's not
information and
safe.
email. I'm like, this isn't secure. And they said, well, you can call me and give it to me. I said, that's a pain in my butt. Where's the portal? Well, we don't have one.
Right.
I'm like, why not?
Right.
Like,
So-
why do people do business with people that don't have security?
So
That's
You know,
important.
it's a thing, and if you're using someone out there that isn't, it is important for you and your clients. So another great reason to use Cardinal. All right, some trivia.
Trivia. All about the
Text
trivia.
questions first. Text line first. We've got.
Oh, what
What is
an
a
upcoming
location of an upcoming HQ to you?
Remember, text the line and give your name. Text online
We
viewers.
don't get a text answer. We'll open up for it. Now,
Yes.
this next question is for
You've won already. You can't win again.
in-person question now. In person. Who is a partner spotlight that I just gave for October?
Oh, yep.
Oh, no. She changed her
You
mind.
changed your mind?
Partner spotlight. Anybody get it? Back, Miss Mavis. Oh, chime was not. That was close. I'll go, Lisa. Cinch the home warranty company.
Cinch.
Lisa wins. All right. Lisa Thompson gets it. What, you said it? Okay, well, you get it then.
Oh, you get it. Lisa works here.
Lisa's like, wait a minute, I win. We'll fight over later. He gets it. We got a text answer yet, Miss Chris?
And we have a polo. We have
is
who?
it?
Bob
Waddell.
Waddell.
What did he say? Oh, Bob in back. There you go.
Alexandria.
That is next Wednesday. You win. All right.
Polo.
Bob was the war. There you go. You got a polo. There you go. All right. So, some
Can you get that, Tim?
great job with all the trivia. We're going to throw those polos back. The last thing we're going to close with here, in the last month, or since our last sales meeting, we've had 371 closings at Cardinal Title Group. We talked a lot about this earlier, guys. We just can't continue to function. I know, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
After or before?
I was going to say do it before.
We'll do it after.
Okay. We can do it
All
after.
right. So we cannot continue to, well, now it's in my head. I'm going to do it
Okay.
before.
We're doing it
All
before. I think we need to do it
So,
before. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That's how I'm starting. You're supposed to start. Back it up. It is Mark's birthday.
Yay! Mark Lubelai.
Our wonderful director
Mark, come up
of
here.
recruiting.
Come on. He's
Yes.
not going to come. Put a camera on
Put a
him.
camera on him,
Put the
Zach.
camera on
Put a
him,
camera
Zach.
back there on him.
Oh, no. You got to
Mark,
move that
you got to
out
at
a
least
little bit.
stand up so people
You got to
see
at least
you.
stand in the camera here. See,
So,
there you go.
For those of you that have worked with our wonderful director of recruiting, Mark Lubelai, please do reach out to him today and give him a woot woot for his happy birthday,
For he is a jolly good fellow. Look at those
which
pictures of
nobody
Mark.
can deny.
There you go. So we love
Awesome.
Mark.
We love our Mark.
Let's make sure we do a happy birthday. We won't all
Yes.
sing off key up here because it'll be awkward.
It'll be
but
awkward.
I'll go give you a birthday hug later. So happy birthday to Mark. All right. So
Is it a big one, Mark?
no, it's
You are not. He's lying, people.
You look great for 73, Mark.
Yeah.
Except for the fact you're 63. 63, right, Mark?
How old is he, Austin? 63.
There you go. You look great for
Congratulations.
63 too, buddy. All right.
You don't look a day over 62.
We're going to close with
Yes.
our 371 closings. And as I was going to say, guys, I say girls because I'm used to coaching all the girls. We just can't continue to do all the great things we do here at Samson without your support of Cardinal Title Group. So please continue to reach out, bring those contracts in, especially in these next 4 or 5 months. I know the transactions are down over the winter. We need to get this capture rate up.
Every
We
single
need it
one matters.
45, 50, 55% in our slower months to make sure that we're continuing to be able to support you in all the great ways we can here at Samson. So without further ado, we're going to dive into our first page here. Here we go. Abdul Tuku, Abdul Al-Nazar, Abdul Awan, Latif Chaudhry, Abraham Mendel, Adam Shively 3 times, Ahmed Malikzai 2 times, Ahmed Goma, Azmeda Ayazir, Akilu Berry, Akram Abdul Kader, Alex Echampong, Alex Torres, Ali Dejanada 3 times. Great job, Ali D. Allison Pages 2 times. Ala Yoon, Amit Kakar, Amy Beam, Amy Minenberg, Andrea Perez del Castillo, Andres Polly, Andy Shannon 2 times, Angelica Arze, Angie Lacey, Anil Khanna, Anise Khan, Anne-Marie Stevens, Annette Greco, Tony Folco, Anthony Sandistevan, Arjun Buki, Arslan Jamil 3 times, Ashina Tucker, Ashley Kopecki, Asim Ermak, and Badar Zaman.
And don't forget to give us a woot woot. You're in the room. Bassam Hamandi, Bashuda Dahal 2 times, Bobby Hambley, Brandon Darr, Brenda Toney, Brendan Murphy, Brian Castillo, Brittany Latu, Brittany Lewis, Caitlin and Steve Ellis, Camellia Turner, attorney, Candace Astroff and her team out in Fairfax 3 times, Carlos Creedle 2 times, Casey Olyanikov, Uncle Casey Sampson 4 times.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Catalina Sanchez 2 times. Catherine Safronoff, Celso Lara, Charles Haywood Jr., Shirio Shah, Christina Pearson 2 times, Claudine Ba, Connor Shosky, Dalton Blair, Dana Ashlock 2 times, Dana Campbell, Dana Jacksons,
Jackins.
Dana Jackins, I had to look at myself. Dana Cincy, Danica Hu, Darren Robertson 2 times, David Cockbaz, David Luckenball, David Morales, Dawn Popham, Deb Gorham, and Debbie Sheehan. Thanks, guys.
Deborah Gaynor, Deepak Verma, Dereje Gurma, Derek Cole, Devon Joshi, Dilyara Deminova.
Wow,
7
Dilyara,
times.
that's fantastic.
Dee Dee, way to go, buddy. 7 times. Drew Miller, Dwayne King, Ernest Gorham, Ed Torres, Eduardo Estepan, Albert Graves Jr. Whoop, whoop. There you go. I see it. Liz Bouchard, Liz Klein, Emily Blakely, Erla Reyes, Evelyn Kim Vucevic, Ayeso Shamet, Faizi Alvi, Fred Masseni, Gabriel.
4 times.
Oh,
Fred,
4
times.
times.
Nice
Way to go,
job.
buddy. Great job, Fred. Gabriel Jarjuri, Gary Harvey, Gela Mini, George Bowler, Gianni Fields, Glenda Avila, Glennis Thompson, Gustavo Cruz, Harmon Singh 2 times, Hawa Koroma, Haiti Haylett, Heidi Swenson, Henry Baines, Henry Rodriguez, Hua Fong, and Ian McVeigh.
Aisha Leverett, Inam Raymond, Ion Stinka, Jackson Shoemaker, Jacqueline Abrams, Jay Johnson in Fredericksburg 2 times, Jay Rousey 2 times, Jennifer Barner, Jennifer Bridges, Jennifer Dorn, Jennifer Fang 3 times, Jess Miller in Alexandria, Jessica Vasquez, Joe Wayne, Joan Lord, Johnny G, John McCambridge, John Polat, John Giff, John Corello, Jonathan Hurley, Gina and George Pimentel 2 times, Joseph Jacob, Josh Prouty 2 times, Jose Ruiz 2 times, Jovanta Verdon, Joy Blair, Joy Haskins, Joyce Shaw, Julie Holtkamp, Kara Burnett 2 times, Karen Jones, Karen Kruger, Kashif Rasul, and Catherine Sire. Thanks, guys.
Kathy Pippin, Kathy Rainey 2 times, Katie Mudd, Kia Evans, Keisha Gray Robinson, Kelly Andrea 2 times, Kelly Daniel, Kelly Greico, Kelly Hayes, Kelly Snell, Kenny Zion, Carrie Ralston out in Gainesville 4 times.
Nice job, Carrie.
Great job, Carrie. Kevin Brandis, Kevin Whitelaw 2 times, Kevin Wolf, Keisha Washington, Kim Gibson, Kieran Kumar
Nice.
3 times, Kieran Marzario, Kofi Minta, Kristen Sprately, Christy Edwards 2 times, Christine Jones, Christine Price, Krunal Mehta, Kwaku Brobe, Lana Schinnerer, Larry and Laura Bean, whoop whoop, Lauren Whitehead, Leslie De Leon 2 times, Layla Olorenfemi, Lionel Johnson, Lisa Thompson. Is that you? Oh, there you go, Lisa.
Woo! Look at there.
Ying woo wooting in the back. You're just playing it cool. Lisa Wright, Madeline Aker, Mandana Codier.
Manisha Houchin 4
There you go,
times.
Manisha.
Nice job. Margaret Jurek, Maria Georgiev, Maria McGrath, Marian Almeida Kumar, Mary Cortiong, Maciel Perez, Masoud Hassan 2 times, Mauricio Romero, Myra Pineda, Melissa Williams, Miriam Abdul Majid, Michael Tress, Michelle Gibson, Michelina Curie, Milagros Severich, Mo Mohammed, Mohammed Hoke, Natalie and Kurt McArter, Nina Al-Badri, Nita Neri, didn't you call her already? Ophelia, oh no, different one. Ophelia Hartian, Pamela Houston, Pamela Scavaginelli, Paul Almeida 2 times, Peter Frias 4
Great job,
times.
Peter.
Nice job. By Peter Saman, Felicia Paris, Pilar Cochea, Pink Doan, Prabin Kadka, Preetya Joshi, Priya Satri, Prudis Wafo 3 times, Kaser Aziz, and Rahid Abdel Kalek. Thank you, guys.
Rakesh Kumar 2 times, Rex Thomas 3 times, Rhonda Camel, Ricardo Calderon, Rich Tagori, Rick Yellick, Rob Johnston, Bob Burr out there in
Nice.
Charlestown 3 times. Good job, Bob. Robert Blitzer, Robert Lohnfeld, Robin Dorsey Cosley, Robin Gaeta, Rocky Roach 2 times, Rolf Kratz, Ronald Hickman, Ronnie Gilmer, Roxanne Southern,
Wow.
6 times. Way to go, Roxanne. Roy Stevens,
Roxanne.
every time.
Sorry.
Every time. Rupali Jane Bhargava, Ruth Sar, Saba Wolche, Sam Hardman, Samir Qureshi, leader of the One Street team, Sanjeev Shah, Sarah McGovern, Sarah Beat Singh 2 times, Sasa Shana 2 times, Saruba Prakash, Selam Moit Gizal, Sean Kang, Sergio Herrera 2 times, Shavisa Singh, Sloan Veason 2 times, Sonja James, Sophie Kang, Sirkanth Dubidoo.
I like his name.
I know. Dubidoo.
Stephanie Johnson, Stephanie
I don't know
Randall.
if that's right, but that's the way I say it.
That's the way I say it too. Y'all, we slaughter these. We're sorry. You call us and tell us, and we'll never mess it up again. At least I won't. He will.
That's probably not true.
Steve Angeline,
We'll try.
Steve LaFave, Stephen Benitez 2 times, Surya Reddy, Susan Walsh, Suzanne Eways 2 times, Sybil Buckwalter, Sylvia Stoneberger, Tanvir Zavar, Terry Jones, Thaddeus Underwood 2 times, Tondo, Theodora Barkers, Tim Hajradini, Todd Kolash, Tom Earhart, Tom Lynn, Tonga Turner in the crowd. Woo woo! We have Tori Travis 2 times, Toshua Jackson, Trisha Filbert 2 times, Troy Spinagle 2 times, Ugo Okeke, Victor Del Villar, Vikas Chaudhry 2 times, Victor Kutsevich 3 times, Vipul Mehta, Vitaly Bednoff, Vivian Garceet. We have Wallace Tang, Will Kilker, William Restrepo, Yaling Chen, Yazamin Abuzar, Jonas Asrat, and Zandra Jameson.
Thank you so much to all of our Cardinal closings.
For all of our Cardinal closings, absolutely.
This is when we were supposed to do the Mark birthday,
Yes,
but
I
he
wanted
jumped
it
to the head.
first.
We just want to close with this. We just thank you all so much for your continued support of Samson Properties. Continue to be great professionals, building up what we're doing every day, every week, every month. We're building a better company together, and it's all of your all's hard work, professionalism, and the way that you're representing yourselves in this market. We truly appreciate that. Hopefully, in these next couple months, continue to support Cardinal Title Group whenever possible. And we're jumping into these classes. Guys, we talked a lot about different opportunities, some great skills to jump into, but set a game plan, accountability, jump in and do some stuff. We're going to see better days ahead. You can control what you can control. Control what you can control by doing the right stuff. Do something more today than you did yesterday to build your business.
One more thing today. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. It's so great to see all of you out in Bowie, and we look forward to seeing you on the road again at our next HQ2U or Super Sales Meeting. You guys have a great week.
Great
Thank you
skills
so
to
much.
jump into, but set a game plan. We're going to see better days ahead.